something like the devil.
Highwayman?
Let's not take any chances. For you, Jock. Missed the coach at Bradford.
How do you do?
Well, good morning.
Aye, it is that. A beautiful morning.
I do hate to disturb you. You seem so much at home on a lady's lap.
I beg your pardon. I've compromised you, and in front of your maid, too. The informality of our meeting is likely to cause a scandal.
I'm afraid it will.
Well, in that case, allow me to introduce myself. My name is,
Sir?
You're wearing the tartan of the Clan Glowan of Dungary.
I am.
Then there's no need to introduce yourself. You're the Lady Barbara Glowan.
How did you know?
Because only such beauty as yours could match so fabulous a reputation.
In Ireland, they call that blarney. If you please, sir, may I remind you that you still haven't introduced yourself?
Oh, yes. My name is, Fraser. Donald Fraser.
It occurs to me that a man so sure of himself should be more certain of his own name. Mr. Fraser.
Have you traveled far, Lady Barbara?
I'm just returning from London. And you?
Oh, it's a homecoming for me, too. I've been away at Oxford.
How does it feel to be back in Scotland again?
Delightful.
Should be here any time now. You understand, Angus? Yet to remain here and let the Glowans leave first.
I cannot set eyes on a Glowan without yearning to shove a yard of steel into it.
Will you hark to me, Angus McArden? I care not a rap for this feud between your people and the Glowans. But this kirk stands just halfway between Glenarden Valley and the Glowan Castle. And I'd have you remember how long ago both clans agreed to respect it as neutral ground.
That's no reason for me to keep out of sight like a frightened woman. I'm here to meet Alexander.
I said you'd bide here, Angus McArden. There'll be no fighting with the Glowans at this kirk.
Since when, Mr. McArden, hide indoors when there are Glowans around?
If the Glowans get the slightest glimpse of you, there'll be trouble between your clans. You'll bide here in the kirk, Angus, until the Glowans have gone. Now, do you understand?
I hope we'll see each other again, Lady Barbara.
Well, by all means.
Barbara, welcome home, my dear.
Well, Robert, how thoughtful of you to meet me. May I present Mr. Donald Fraser? Mr. Fraser, my cousin, Captain Robert Glowan.
How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
Captain Glowan.
I hope the trip from London didn't tire you.
Why, no, not at all. I found the last few miles very diverting. We're holding our annual festival at Castle Dungary on May Day. Could you come?
I should be honored.
You'll excuse us not standing on ceremony. My cousin's arrival is eagerly awaited at Dungary.
Of course, sir. I can well understand their eagerness.
Goodbye, Mr. Fraser.
acquired the habit of encouraging strange men, Barbara? I wish you to remember that we're practically engaged.
We aren't engaged yet, Robert.
Who was that man?
Oh, just a passing acquaintance.
So it's Mr. Fraser now, is it?
Why, Angus.
10 years in England, you've forgotten your name's Alexander McArden.
I'd never have recognized you, Alexander.
Reverend Douglas.
You were only a stripling when you went away.
It wouldn't be a proper homecoming without you.
It's a good thing your father wasn't here. You're no sooner home than I find you consorting with a Glowan.
Stint your blather and get to your horse. Goodbye, Reverend Douglas.
In England, 10 years at Eton and Oxford, and as soon as you come home, you talk about peace with the Glowans.
Yes, Father, I thought it high time somebody talked about it.
Will you understand once and for all the Glowans have been our enemies for 100 years?
I know that. But what I don't understand is why there's a need for it.
Why? Well, you chuckle-headed pup, because I'll carry a Glowan wound to my grave, because your grandfather was murdered by the Glowans. Now, do you understand why? I must have beat it into your thick head with the flat of my claymore.
Aye, the Glowans killed Grandfather. It's never occurred to you that if there hadn't been any feud, he'd still be alive?
Before I make peace with the Glowans, I'll see that whole filthy tribe at the bottom of Loch Ellen. Must I repeat it again? The Glowans have spilt McArden blood. They've pillaged us. They've driven away our cattle.
What about the Glowans we killed? If they are thieves, so are we. Those were Glowan horses I saw when I rode in. I don't think they strayed there by themselves.
Why try to reason with him, Uncle? It's plain to see his stay abroad has made a coward of him.
If anyone but my own cousin had used the word coward to me, Ronald, he'd answer for it with a broken back.
Break my back and I'd still say it. You're a coward.
Ronald.
You whine for peace with the Glowans because you're afraid of them.
Am I? Is there a McArden who fears the Glowans so little that he'd set foot in Castle Dungarry on May Day morning?
Castle Dungarry? The Glowan snake nest?
What are you talking about? If McArden showed his face at Dungarry, the Glowans would skin him alive.
Exactly, Father. And I'm so terrified of the Glowans that I intend to give them a chance.
You wouldn't dare.
Don't talk so carelessly, Ronald. Some words have a nasty taste when you have to eat them. They hold sporting events at Castle Dungarry on May Day, Father. When I return home, I'll bring you back a Glowan trophy.
You'll not let him do it, McKeon.
Why not, Angus? The idea is simmering with possibilities.
The lad's daft. If the Glowans discover who he is, they'll cut him up and bury him all over Scotland, so the whole clan can dance on his grave.
Hold your tongue, Angus. The laddies shall compete for the Glowan prize. And I'd give 10 years of my life to see the color of their faces when they find out later it's a McArden who won it.
Then he doesn't go without me. In a tight pinch, 2 claymores are better than 1. I wonder what your father would say if I told him about the wench.
Keep quiet.
Welcome home, son.
So this is Dungarry Castle.
Aye, the threshold of Hades.
Well, in that case, let's find the devil and pay our respects.
have to look far to find the devil. Here he comes now.
Where?
Walking with the Laird of Dungary and his niece. Robert Glowan, the worst of the whole brood.
Best keep out of sight. There may be some here who know you. Lady Barbara.
Mr. Fraser. Uncle James, may I present Mr. Donald Fraser? He's a gentleman I met on a post coach. Mr. Fraser, my uncle, Lord Glowan.
Welcome to Dungary, Mr. Fraser.
Thank you, my lord.
I believe you have already met my son, Captain Glowan.
Your servant, Captain Glowan.
Yours, Mr. Fraser. May I present my brothers? Murdoch, Mr. Fraser, Bruce, and Colin.
Gentlemen, will you not honor us by sitting with us during the events?
The honor's mine, my lord.
Stand back, man. Give him room, that's it. Quiet now, stand back.
Get the bra whack, laddie. Pretend the wee ball's a McArden head.
I hope you all drown.
And now, clansmen and guests, who'll try for the last event of the day? Who is it who'll try to best Murdoch Glowan and hurl the javelin with him? Don't be shy, lads. Step forward and peel off your jackets. What, isn't there a man among you?
With your permission, Lord Glowan, I'd like to compete.
Indeed? Aye.
I'll meet the challenge.
I hope, Mr. Fraser, your arm is as strong as your confidence. My brother Murdoch has never been defeated in this contest.
I'd hate to spoil your brother's record.
He's insufferable.
I think he's charming.
I've no doubt of that. You've encouraged him shamelessly, and you hardly know the man.
Encouraged him. He's not the kind that needs it.
I don't think you have children.
After you, friend Murdoch.
Thank you.
Do you think you can better that, Mr. Fraser?
You'd be surprised what a man can do with the proper inspiration.
thrown the javelin many a time, but devil a throw like that. And I'm here to acknowledge that Donald Fraser is the better man.
The prize is yours, Mr. Fraser. Congratulations.
Thank you, my lord.
Who did you say he was, Robert?
This lady from England. That's all I know about him.
Carry with you this Glowan trophy. And may it bring you good fortune always.
A matter of some importance that had completely slipped my mind. I hope you'll forgive my unmannered departure, Lord Glowan.
Oh, must you go, Mr. Fraser?
I'm afraid I must.
Dungary will always be happy to welcome you, Mr. Fraser.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Barbara?
Why did you have to tarry so long? There's not a lass in Scotland worth getting your throat slit for.
What ails you, Angus? I thought you had strong nerves.
One laddie's been watching me a wee bit too closely.
That man who calls himself Fraser is a McArden. You're daft. No McArden dare show his face here.
No?
I recognize the man who came with him. He's one of the McArdens who raided our horses last week.
You're sure of this?
Positive.
Get the horses.
Mr. Fraser. I'm sorry you can't stay longer. You'll visit Dungary again, won't you?
That might prove difficult. However, if you wish it, we'll meet again.
When?
I had it in mind to visit the Kirk this afternoon, and I thought it not impossible that you might happen to ride by.
It's not impossible, Mr. Fraser.
I cannot leave without telling you the truth. I'm not Donald Fraser.
Then who are you?
The name of my clan finds no welcome at Dungary. You were taught from childhood to hate it.
You are a McArden.
And in the eyes of your people, Lady Barbara, one of the worst. I'm Alexander, son of McGean. But I'll still be waiting at the Kirk for the impossible to happen.
Colin and I will follow them. Get the horses, quick.
Aye.
You'll not leave here alive.
Up a trail, quick. Just disgrace, laddie. There's no doubt about it you were recognized as a McArden. We'd best not tarry.
Aye. One more excuse for the Glowans to keep this mad quarrel alive.
Stop talking like a fool, Alexander, and let's be gone.
How many more will it kill, Angus? Or is there someone sane enough to call an end to it?
In heaven's name, will you brood here all day? Robert Glowan and his kinsmen will be back soon. They'll be swarming over the countryside like hornets from a nest.
Barbara, where are you off to, my dear?
Oh, I thought I might take a Mayday basket to old Andrew. I haven't seen him for some time.
A very commendable thought, but rather a sudden one, is it not?
I know, Uncle, not at all.
Oh, run along, my dear. I know you're anxious to see old Andrew.
Piper came to our tune, to our tune, to our tune. A piper came to our tune and played a bonny lee. A piper came to our... A piper came to... and played upon the lea. Aye, it's the wee lammy herself. Drat that loose step.
It wasn't the step, Andrew. You've been nipping again.
Barbara Glowan, how can you entertain such nasty suspicions?
Keep your still covered up, or the excise man will be after you.
Devil a drop has passed my lips today.
There's a basket for you, Andrew.
Aye, thank you. You Glowans are a wild lot, but you treat well the ones that have served you. Where are you bound?
Oh, nowhere in particular.
You got time to come into the house?
No, I thought I might make a call at the kirk and pay my respects to Reverend Douglas.
Are you sure it's the minister you'll be calling on, lassie?
Why, of course. Who else?
That sparkle in your eye that was never there before. It is a promising sign. I'm thinking it's high time you were wed.
Robert proposes every day.
Ah, Robert, I didn't like that man. I hope you refused him.
as often as he asks.
Well, then awaken, lass. Who else have you got on the string?
Don't be so inquisitive, Andrew.
There are dozens, I suspect. And there's one you favor better than the rest, isn't there? Ah, that sparkle in your eye I see again. Someone with your own spirit. Someone you just met lately.
And who told you that, Andrew?
Goblins.
Lady Barbara, Lord Glowan says you are to return at once. Something has happened at the castle.
Well, I'll come immediately.
Yes, Lady Barbara.
You better go, lass. Bless ye.
Goodbye, Andrew. What happened?
It's your cousin Cullen, Lassie.
How did this happen?
Robert brought him in. They were ambushed.
By whom?
By Alexander McArden, the man who calls himself Fraser. Cullen recognized him and his companion. We followed them when they rode away. They lay in wait for us, attacked us before we could draw. And McArden ran Cullen through. Even though there were 2 against 1, they wouldn't stay and fight. When I drew on them, they rode off.
I don't believe you.
I swear it.
I planned to meet him at the kirk.
What did you say, Barbara?
He told me he'd be at the kirk this afternoon.
Well, tell some of the men to saddle and mount, quickly.
There must be no violence in the church, Robert.
This man couldn't keep his eyes off Barbara this afternoon. If he's in the kirk, he'll come out when he sees her in the courtyard.
Robert, you will take this McArden alive.
Of course, my lord.
Those are my orders, Robert.
A very neat story you told, Robert. What a pity the truth isn't so attractive.
What the devil do you mean?
Don't try to look so virtuous, Robert. You know what I mean. It was you and Cullen who ambushed McArden.
You're daft.
I heard you plot the whole thing with Cullen and Bruce beforehand. I distinctly heard you say that he'd never leave here alive.
It's a lie. And if you repeat it to anyone, I'll kill you.
You'd best do it now, Robert, because Father's going to hear the whole story.
Is this true?
Why should I lie to you, Barbara? Cullen and Robert plotted murder.
Never mind telling your father now. You must ride to the kirk and warn McArden.
Aye.
Go quickly.
Follow them.
Aye.
I'm your brother.
No brother of mine would forget the McArdens are our enemies. Turn back or I'll shoot.
Shoot them and be hanged to you.
Fuss over a little pinprick.
Hold your tongue, Angus McArden. You've lost a flagon of blood.
By this time, the Glowans will be searching under every bush and stone.
Sit you down, hold still, you wriggling worm. Would you hear me forget my cloth and box your ears? He's in no condition to ride the Glenarden.
He's right, Angus. You must get some rest.
Rest and be hanged. I'm fit enough to sit a saddle.
I'll take him over to Dr. McDonald. Have him dress the wound.
Can you trust MacDonald?
Implicitly. I'll bring Angus back when he's done. He can rest here until he's well enough to ride again.
Don't fret over me, laddie. And keep off the main road when you ride for Glenarden.
I will that. And I'll be back for you in a day or two.
Go on from here, Barbara. Don't be afraid. As soon as he comes out, we'll close in on the kirk.
When he sees me, he'll come out. If he's there.
Barbara.
Why are you still here? Where's Mordock?
Mordock? I don't understand.
You mean you haven't seen him?
No.
Well, get to your horse, quick.
Your advice comes a bit too late.
Oh, please go quickly.
Allow me to compliment you, Lady Barbara. It was a very neat trap.
We're ordered to take you alive, McArden. Do you yield?
Certainly. If you can give me the name of one McArden who ever did.
We'll take you dead, then, if that's the way you prefer it.
You're welcome to try. But if you've any regard for your skin, remember, you're not shooting from behind a bush this time.
Let me whittle down this McArden's arrogance.
Aye.
My pleasure, Glowan.
long ride home.
But you must let him go. It isn't fair.
Colin is dead. I have no choice in the matter.
You're pleading for an enemy and a murderer.
Alexander killed Colin in a fair fight.
That's not the story Robert told.
Uncle James, I say this to his face. Robert is a liar.
Barbara, you do not know what you're saying. Robert is your own kinsman.
Then that's our misfortune. Murdoch is our kinsman, too. But he swore he heard Robert plan an ambush.
When Murdoch returns, I shall demand a report from him. Until then, we will not discuss this matter any further.
Oh, Uncle James,
If you please, Barbara. I said we would not discuss it.
Barbara, what is this McArden to you? Answer me. What does this McArden mean to you?
Robert!
Barbara, these Highland savages are our mortal foes. Have you forgotten? You were born a Glowan.
I came to tell you I know you're innocent. My cousin Murdoch told me. Alexander, look at me, I beg you. Then listen to me. I had another reason for coming. You believe that I betrayed you, and that I cannot bear. I came to...
You were the only one who knew I'd be at the Kirk. You led them there. How it must have amused them on the way. Alexander McArden waiting like a lovesick idiot to be taken into a Glowan plot.
But I sent Murdoch to warn you. Something must have happened. He hasn't returned, and you say he never reached the Kirk. I don't know.
But only you could have told them I'd be there. How else would they know? Answer it. Answer me.
If I cannot make you believe that what I did was done in a moment of bitterness and doubt, then believe what you will. Only tell me what I can do to help you now.
You're clever with devices and plots. Make your own. But you'll understand, I'm sure, if I don't trust you.
You're doubting me now just as I doubted you. But I cannot hate you for it. I can only plead with you and try to offer you what comfort I can.
It would give me great comfort to see you leave here. Get out.
If insulting me helps to ease the pain in your heart, go on.
Please, go.
I have one more thing to tell you. Look at me, let me say it. I think you know what it is. I'll say it nevertheless. For I've never said it before to any man, and if you die, I may never say it to another. But I'll not say it to the back of your head, Alexander.
And shout it from your window when they hang me in the courtyard.
The paper fried and the... Oh!
Good evening to you, Andrew.
Evening. Evening.
Andrew,
Speak low.
I got your message. What happened?
It's Murdoch. I found him dead in the forest.
Murdoch.
I found him dead, lassie, with a pistol ball in his back.
Oh, no. Andrew, does anyone else know of this?
No less.
Tell no one, do you understand? No one. Go back to your cottage and wait for me. I'll join you there later. Malcolm, saddle my horse.
Saddle you?
Aye.
You see, it was all my fault. I can't help but feel I sent Murdoch to his death.
Do not reproach yourself. You could not have foreseen what would happen.
Alexander, a prisoner at Dungarry.
That was my fault, too. It was I who told them where to find him.
Why did you take me to that confounded doctor? I shouldn't have left the boy.
I don't understand why you decided to keep Murdoch's death a secret.
Reverend Douglas, they killed Murdoch to keep him from warning Alexander.
You mean he was murdered by one of his own clansmen?
Worse than that, by his own brother, Bruce.
Lady Barbara, do you know what you're saying?
I know Robert threatened to kill Murdoch, but it couldn't have been Robert because I was with him all the time.
Robert rode with you all the way to the kirk?
Aye, but Bruce didn't. We met him on the way to the kirk.
You realize, of course, that you've no proof at all.
None.
Then I can be of no help, Lady Barbara. Why did you come to me?
I came to seek Alexander's friend.
So you came seeking me, did you? How many Glowans have you brought with you this time?
Calm your bile, Angus. I trust her as I would my own daughter.
Aye, but your daughter is not a Glowan.
Alexander's life may be at stake. You've got to trust me.
Why should I? By your own confession, he was captured with your help.
Angus, you surly blockhead, will you listen to what the girl has to say?
What is it you want?
I want you to take me to Glenarden.
Why?
If I'm hostage to the McArdens, no Glowan would dare harm Alexander.
I'm sorry. Alexander would give me no thanks for saving his life that way. Yet it gives me an idea. You really want to help the lad?
You know I do.
Then listen carefully. Tomorrow night at 10 o'clock, this is what you must do.
I tell you, I hunted through the ravine for hours. Murdoch's body has disappeared.
Are you certain you returned to the right spot?
Do you think I'd forget where I hid the body? All I know is I returned to bury it. And it was gone.
Bruce, are you absolutely sure he was dead when you left him?
Aye, I'm sure. This can mean only one thing. Murdoch's body has been discovered.
Then why hasn't Murdoch's death been reported by this time?
I wish I knew. I don't like it, Robbie. I don't like it a bit.
Bruce Glowan. Murdoch is here at my cottage. We will expect you tonight. Andrew. Obviously, old Andrew intends to bleed you for money.
Aye.
You'll be living with a dagger at your throat. If you pay him once, he'll hound you forever.
What are you trying to say, Robert?
Why not pay him in full? Tonight.
Aye.
Gowans have a talent for setting traps. But wouldn't you say we've done a neat job with this one?
Who are you?
Have a good look, laddie.
What do you want of me?
Don't worry about your dirty hide, Bruce Glowan. It's not my intention to disturb you here. No, Bruce Glowan. The truth of the matter is, you're not worth killing. Here, let's put this little toy to bed.
What do you want with me?
My son Alexander is enjoying the Glowan hospitality. The McArdens never accept a courtesy without returning it. So we've taken it upon ourselves to invite you to be our guest at Glenarden. I know. You're delighted, aren't you? I thought you would be.
What's all this blather?
Look for yourself, man. It's the old McArden wolf riding into Dungary as large as life.
Inform Lord Glowan. What are you doing here, McGeehan?
I've come for an audience with Lord Glowan.
Since when does Lord Glowan give audience to thieves?
Perhaps he'd like to try it for the novelty. Well, do we pass or do we stand like this all day?
My father will see you. Now keep your hands off your weapons.
Good day, Lord Glowan.
This visit is a great surprise, McArden.
So is the granting of this audience.
You didn't come here to exchange empty courtesies, McArden. What do you want?
I want my son.
We're holding your son for the murder of Colin Glowan.
Judging by the looks of you, I'd say that Alexander's all but hanged already.
This is Bruce's ring.
It is that.
Will you be good enough to tell me what this means?
At this moment, your son is enjoying the hospitality of Glenarden.
Continue, McArden.
It also means that if you hang my son, I'll hang yours. Perhaps a trifle higher.
Release the prisoner.
Aye, my lord.
But you can't.
Very well, Robert, I can't, eh? But will you take the responsibility for whatever may happen to Bruce? You and your son will be given safe conduct from Dungary, McArden, provided you swear on your oath as a Highland chieftain that Bruce Glowan will be safely returned by sunset tomorrow.
You have my oath.
You've won this throw, McArden. Now go skulking back to Glenarden and gloat over it. But our turn will come, and someday we'll exterminate your whole bandit tribe.
Wipe the froth from your mouth, laddie.
Whenever you've a mind to pay us a visit to Glenarden, we'll give you a welcome that'll warm your black, glowing hearts.
Now you talk bravely. You feel snug and secure from attack behind your hills.
Enough, Robert, enough.
If any mother's son of you has any idea that the Clan McArden will fight in the open, let him spit it out so we can hear it.
I say it. If the Clan Glowan took the field, not you nor any of your thieving brood would dare set foot outside the pass.
There's the foot that led. Enough!
A blow has been struck beneath this roof, McArden. As chieftain of the Clan Glowan, there's but one course open to me. How long will your clansmen need to prepare?
It's a challenge, then.
A mortal challenge, McArden.
I accept.
Fight to the finish, McArden.
To the finish? Where and when?
At Arden Moor. In 3 days.
We'll not keep you waiting.
Father, wait. The moment you leave Dungary, there'll be no turning back.
You'll be committed to this fight, and the last chance for peace will be gone. Is no one here sane enough to realize what this means? Think what you do.
A plea for peace has a strange sound on your lips. Was it for the sake of peace that you murdered Colin Glowan?
I cannot leave Dungarry without answering this malicious lie. My Lord, upon my honor and by everything I hold sacred, I swear that Colin Glowan died by my hand in a fair fight. It seems our clans are determined to destroy each other. Nothing I can say or do will alter it.
Your kinsmen are waiting, Alexander McArden.
A message from the Lady Barbara. She will meet you at the kirk.
My father told me what you did, Barbara. I'll be forever in your debt.
It's not your thanks I've come for. Alexander, the clan is gathering. They've all gone mad.
Why do you come to me?
You mustn't let it happen. You're the only one left who hasn't lost his reason.
There's nothing I can do. I talked to them and they laughed at me. I tried to reason with them. It was like screaming into the wind.
We've got to find a way to stop them. We've got to. They'll slaughter one another.
Let them. Let them murder each other. Let them spill their hate on Arden Moor.
You fool, it's blood they'll spill.
I cannot stop the wind. I'm leaving, Barbara. I'm leaving Scotland.
When?
Now, tonight.
You're running away.
Oh, lassie, listen to me. I'm a McArden. If I stay, I must fight. I love you, Barbara Glowan. I love you with all my heart. Would you have me stay here and fight against your own people, against you?
What about your people?
Now, devil take them. Can you talk of nothing else? Is that all you came for? Have you nothing more to say to me, Barbara?
Nothing else would be important now.
Oh, it would. It would to me. Tell me.
Please let me go.
Tell me why you offered yourself as a hostage for my life. Say it. Say it, Barbara. I love you. Say it.
I do. I love you, Alexander. I do love you.
Alexander!
Come away with me, Barbara.
Where?
Anywhere. France, England, Vienna, doesn't matter where, if only it's far enough.
We can't leave Scotland, Alec. If we leave, it means their hate is stronger than our love. You must stay. We've got to make them understand.
What would you have me do? Crawl to them on my knees?
You think it's love of me that's sending you away. Don't you see it's not? It's pride. The same foolish pride that's driven our people into this fight. You can't run away from it.
Alexander! Your father's waiting.
Stay, Alec. Tell me you'll stay.
Robert, I could almost swear she knew.
But how can you allow it to go on? Why don't you do something to stop it?
We're committed to this fight.
It's not too late. You can withdraw the challenge.
Barbara, you do not know what you're saying. This concerns the honor of the clan.
Honor? You use the honor of the Glowans to excuse mass suicide.
It's useless to pursue this discussion any further.
You don't want to pursue it because in your heart you know I'm right. Hotheads like Robert and Bruce have kept this dreadful quarrel alive. Had it not been for them, you would have begged peace with McArden and his people long ago.
Barbara, I said we would not discuss it.
And I know why. Because you're a coward.
Enough, enough. I understand, my dear. Go to your room. Might I ask what this means?
The meaning's very simple, Lord Glowan. Those horses belong to you. I've returned them.
Why?
My lord, in the name of the clan McArden, I've come to offer the clan Glowan our friendship and to request that the challenge to combat be withdrawn.
The clan McArden suing for peace?
Aye, Lord Glowan, we sue for peace. But without humility. Peace with honor.
Don't trust him. It's a McArden trick.
If it is, I fail to perceive what they expect to gain by it.
Lord, you mustn't listen to him.
Call the clan to assemble here.
But, Father...
Did you not hear what I said? Alexander McArden, you will wait in my study until I send for you.
They've been debating for 2 hours.
Don't make peace, Alec. We mustn't doubt it.
Why not? Why not doubt it? This hate's grown like an ugly weed for 3 generations.
They can't reject your offer of peace. It's
These
unthinkable.
savages haven't reasoned with anything but their swords for 100 years.
Alexander McArden, my father will see you.
In the name of the clan Glowan of Dungarry, I accept the friendship of Glenarden.
Thank you, my lord and gentlemen.
I'll leave you here, Alec.
Your uncle couldn't have chosen a better gift for my father.
Perhaps he'll accept a Glowan horse, but what will he say to a Glowan daughter-in-law?
What can he say? I'm changing your name to McArden.
You're jesting, Robert. You're not serious.
I was never more serious in my life.
Robert, you're cleverer than me. That's why I've always done what you told me. But devil take it, man, you've gone out of your mind.
Don't you realize, Bruce? The clans are at peace. We must take up the olive branch and pay our respects to Glenarden.
Pay our respects to Glenarden. Before I do that, I'd see them all dead.
You'll see them all dead. Bruce, you are an innocent.
What do you mean, Robert?
I'll be taking some of the lads along with me. We'll turn up like Glenarden, overflowing with brotherly love.
Go on, Rob.
While I'm beguiling them with my irresistible charm, you'll seize McArden Pass. It'll take all the men you can scrape together.
And then what?
You'll get rid of the sentries that are guarding Glenarden Valley. And then you'll wait for my signal. It'll come after the McArdens have retired for the night. The rest is simple.
No. No, Rob, no. No, there's too much risk.
But Bruce, you've always trusted me. I say there's no risk. Who'd suspect?
Father.
Father? But we're going hunting, Bruce. Do we have to say where?
When do we leave?
Now, call your men.
Charles, was that Mr. Robert who rode off just now?
Aye, he and those hot-tempered lads were aching for a fight. Now that there'll be none, you'd swear they were little boys whose toys had been taken from them.
Where have they gone?
To the hunting ground beyond Loch Day. Mr. Robert told Lord Glowan it would be a good way for the lads to work up their disappointment.
Where might you have been, Alex?
That's rather a long story, Angus.
It's a bonny mount you have there. Where did you get it?
That's a long story, too.
And for your sake, laddie, I hope it's a convincing one. Your father wants to see you.
Welcome home, Alexander. Where have you been? What did you do with those horses?
I took them back to Dungarry.
You're jesting, Alexander.
No, Father, I'm not.
What possessed you? Why did you do such a thing?
Because I thought it high time something of the sort was done.
What kind of an answer is... Tell me, you had reason to be grateful to the Glowan girl. Did you do it because of her?
Partly, Father. But that isn't all I did.
No, what else?
I made peace with the Glowans.
Made peace with the Glowans? Let him finish what he has to say.
I offered Lord Glowan our friendship. He accepted it. There'll be no fight on Arden Moor.
Hey, you lost your mind? All you've done is to make them think we're afraid of them.
When your temper is cooled off, Ronnie, you'll realize it's the sanest thing I've ever done. Lord Glowan received me handsomely, Father. And in token of his friendship, he sends you the finest stallion from his stable.
McIan, accept a Glowan gift. We'll send it back to Dungarry. I and the Glowan friendship with it.
Very well. Undo my work. Let this asinine quarrel continue for another 100 years. Meet the Glowans on Arden Moor and carve your stupidity into their hearts. Any fool can flourish a claymore. I can do that as well as the best of you. But if you call that pride, I want no part of it. Fight if you insist on being fools, but if any of you have a grain of sense, you'll take this chance for peace and be glad of it. As I am. You'll forget that the Glowans were ever our enemies, and welcome them to Glenarden as they welcome me to Dungarry.
The day a Glowan steps foot on the soil of Glenarden, I'll be 6 foot under it.
And dig your grave, Ronnie, lad, and we'll bury you. There's a party riding into the valley wearing the Glowan tartan.
Welcome them, is it? I'll give them welcome and they'll ne'er forget.
Don't be an idiot, Ronnie. They come as friends.
Hold your steel or I'll pin your ears to the door with it. Good day, my lord. I believe in plain speaking, Captain Glowan. Why have you come to Glenarden? What do you want?
Your son came to Castle Dungarry to offer us the friendship of your clan. We've come to find out if you McArdens mean what you say.
Yes, my son meant what he said. And he speaks for the clan McArden.
Welcome, Captain Glowan.
Welcome all of you to Arden Hall. Captain?
Good day.
Good day to you, my lass.
Did a hunting party pass this way?
Excuse me a minute while I take this devil off my line. A hunting party, you say? No, lass.
Are you sure no horsemen have ridden by?
McArden stands beside the road, lassie. They couldn't have ridden by without my seeing them.
Thank you.
Shepherd boy, have many travelers passed here of late?
Only a party of horsemen.
What was the tartan they wore?
They were of the Clan Glowan, of Dungary.
Tell me, laddie, what road did they take?
The road that leads to Glenarden.
Are you journeying from Arden, Lord?
Aye.
Then you must have seen a party of Glowan clansmen.
Aye, a round dozen of them.
What were they doing when you saw them?
Well, they were holding a parley with a large band of armed men. Then they rode off.
Which road did they take?
Rode to Glenarden.
Glenarden?
Aye.
I want you to take a message to Lord Glowan at Castle Dungary.
Castle Dungary?
Oh, please, you'll be well paid its life and death.
What's the message?
Tell him Robert Glowan is attacking Glenarden and tell him to come at once.
Aye.
And please hurry.
Here!
A toast to the Clan Glowan. If you don't get enough to eat, it's your own fault. Come, drink up all of you. Come.
Angus! Where are you going?
Into the clean air. Billing and cooing with the Glowans is not my idea of a pastime.
Oh, Angus, we're burying the past tonight. The feud's over.
Stay and break bread with the Glowans if you've a stomach for it. Mine's a wee bit sensitive.
time. Tell the others to make ready.
Aye.
Watch all the doors. If anyone attempts to lock them, you know what to do.
Aye, sir.
You take care of the old wolf.
And the young one?
That's a pleasure I reserve for myself.
Lady Barbara.
Robert Glowan plans to kill you all. The valley is surrounded. Warn the clan, quick.
Who's there?
Your death, McArden. The entrance is all guarded.
Aye, sir.
Back you go! Welcome, my lord, to Glenarden. I never thought to see the day I'd be so glad to behold a Glowan face.
Not I. My Lord Arden Hall bids you welcome.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Alexander.
My lord, Robert! You have defiled the honor of the clan. You have been a party to the murder of your own brother. You shall die like the savage that you are, and at the hands of your own people whom you have disgraced.
You can't. I'm your own son. I'm a Glowan.
Aye, and so is Murdoch. And that you should be what you are. It's better that I have no son. Give him 5 minutes to make his peace with God.
No, you can't. I'm a Glowan, I tell you. I'm a Glowan. No!
When it is done, burn down the tree.